I offer you the first toast of the evening?
Oh, no speeches,
To Mulreen and McD. To the millions they will make out of other people's pain and misery. To our hosts, charlatans and purveyors of blood.
Howard, you are a pest.
Who are you?
I'm...
Do you think he's drunk, Arthur? A bit squiffy?
On the contrary, I'm afraid he's a bit dead.
Out of my way, then.
Don't touch
I am the doctor around here. It's cyanide. Cyanide, without a doubt.
Greville.
My lord?
Did you decant the port?
Well, of course, sir, but it's been standing on the sideboard
anyone
all
could have
evening.
tampered with it?
Yes, sir.
I've always warned him about drinking stuff like this.
Oh, don't lecture
What
us,
are you going
George.
to do about all this?
Why me?
It's your house. It's about time you started doing something.
What a mess. This tablecloth will be
Oh, really,
ruined,
Emma? This is no
absolutely
time to talk about tablecloth.
darling. Well, Arthur?
Oh, don't well Arthur me. I never did like the fellow. He was a damn nuisance in the boardroom.
Well, he hadn't the brains of a flea.
No.
Vultures! That's just what I'd have expected. The poor boy's not even cold, and you've started to pick over his bones.
Hardly that. Though one can't help wondering what happens to his shares.
I'll not stay and listen to this.
Oh, no, you don't. You stay here. Everyone will until we get to the bottom of this affair. Miles, lock that door.
I don't think it'll do
I
any
said
good.
lock it.
Might as well do as she says.
Thank you. Sit down. Now, Miles, you're going to start questioning us. Find out who had the best motive. We all had good ones, I'm sure.
I think we should move poor Howard. He doesn't look at all comfortable.
Don't touch him.
What?
Take your hands off my son.
Your son?
Never forget, Emma. I know.
Haven't you done enough damage?
Oh, great God. I'm on my way back to my laboratory.
You can't. I have the key. My God.
I need a drink.
I shouldn't if I were you. Tell me, there was... I didn't imagine it all, did I?
No, you didn't imagine it.
What's going to happen to me? I'm next, aren't I?
There is danger in this house for all of us.
That's very good, Emma.
How can you take all this so calmly?
Is there any
First
other way?
Veronica, then Tony, now Howard.
Look, my dear, when you get to my age, it...
How old are you, Arthur? Really, Felicity, what a question. One should never ask anyone's age over 30.
Oh, don't be so coy, Emma. You're 3 years younger than I am. Everybody knows that.
And how old is that?
Greville, I think we're ready for coffee.
Now, just a
Splendid
minute.
idea.
What about Howard?
Who?
Howard McD. He was here.
Greville, would you please sprinkle some salt on the tablecloth? Someone seems to have upset the port.
I do hope it wasn't George.
George? Where is he?
He's gone back to his laboratory.
I sometimes wonder why I ever married that man. He really does think more of his work than he does of me.
Don't complain, Felicity. Just remember how lucky you are.
Greville, serve the coffee in the lounge, will you, please?
Yes, Mr. Mulreen. In a moment, Miss Emma, if you'll excuse us.
How can they? Greville, will you leave us, please?
Yes, madam.
Perhaps they are under no immediate threat. And we are.
Yes. What year were you born, Mr. Harborough?
Me? 1931.
And your wife?
Later. Much later.
Thank you.
It all seems perfectly obvious.
Yes.
What seems perfectly obvious?
Talking in riddles.
I'm afraid you're both in considerable danger.
Of being murdered.
Something like that, yes.
Well, by whom? Do you know who's committing these crimes?
More or less.
For heaven's sake, man, tell us who.
No living soul.
Oh, really? This is preposterous.
I entirely agree. Look, Cavendish, if you really are a detective, isn't it time you stopped talking in riddles and did some detecting?
Particularly if you think I'm going to be next.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we're dealing with something far more important than the lives...
Oh, really, I'm not staying here to listen to this. I'm going to speak to Arthur.
For once in your life, my darling, a very good idea.
June the 22nd, 1930.
Present that night were Mulreen and Emma, Felicity and George.
And Greville. He went through the door.
Yes. He's older than he looks. How will it deal with Felix and Annabelle? How else do humans destroy one another?
Oh, they have so many ways.
Ah, the new record, Emma.
Arthur, could I have a word with you?
Oh, I do adore this music, don't you, Felicity?
Not really, Emma. I think it's rather vulgar.
Arthur, I must
They
talk
didn't
to
make
you.
money then, my dear.
Very probably, Arthur.
I think I'm going mad.
It's so up to date. It's as much part of 1930 as Amy Johnson or the R100 airship.
Airship. Now there's something that'll make a packet for someone with enough capital and foresight.
What's that, Arthur?
Airships, Emma.
Silly.
Here we are spending hundreds of thousands of pounds to build great ocean liners like the Empress of Britain and the Britannic, when the real future is up there.
Arthur.
Yes, up there in the skies. Look at the way the R100 can fly, all the way to Canada.
Oh, I should love to fly in the aeroplane.
You couldn't fly a kite.
It's awfully difficult to fly a
If
kite.
Amy Johnson can do it, why shouldn't I? Last month I was listening to a talk she was giving about her flight, and she was talking all the way from Australia. Just fancy that.
Yes, just fancy.
Wouldn't you like to fly?
Fly with wings?
That's a silly girl, an aeroplane. Arthur says I'm too idiotic even to think of such a thing. What do you say?
Well,
Come and sit down, young man, whoever you are. Come and have a seat.
I don't see why the ladies should
In order.
After all, they seem to do most other things nowadays, don't they? Drive motor cars, motorbikes. Where?
Felix, I can't stand any more of this. You're all mad. All of you. Quite mad. It could be any one of you.
Poor Annabelle. It's not right.
She isn't dead.
No one has been murdered.
Mr. Harbour, you're going to have to suspend disbelief.
I know what we're telling you is very hard for you to accept.
Mr. Harbour, you're a shrewd man. Can you give me a rational explanation for what's happened in this house tonight?
There has been a time change. This house and everyone in it has been moved back in time.
Back to 1930. And to be consistent, everyone who wasn't born then has had to be eliminated. Hence these murders.
But you see, they never really happened. Time has simply been suspended.
You call that a rational explanation? I call it lunacy. You should be locked up, the pair of you. I wouldn't be surprised to find you were at the bottom of this whole damn business.
I am not Miles Cavendish.
And I am not Virginia Cavendish.
Thank you, Greville. They played this at the Kit Kat. And I went there last month and
So you see, no one has been killed. You won't die.
You're asking me to believe that you're a kind of interplanetary police force.
Yes.
Aliens of some sort?
In an extraterrestrial sense, yes.
And you've been sent down here.
To keep order.
There are capricious as well as dangerous elements at work in the universe.
I think you might have had the decency to consider my feelings at a time like this.
Time is not as rigid a concept as most people would believe.
With respect, young woman.
No more words, Sapphire. Show him.
You ought to listen to them, Felix. Do what they say. They really are who they say they are. It's quite extraordinary, actually, and rather fun.
Fun, but you're dead. You died there.
Not really. Halfway, if you like. It's absolutely marvelous. I've learned more up here than I ever did down there.
Where are you?
Haven't the faintest. Sort of floating, waiting. I can look at anything I want. As a matter of fact, I was just watching my first day at school when you called. Fascinating.
It's a trick.
No, it's not a trick, Felix.
All right. If you really can see anything you want to from up there, what's the colour? What's the colour of the lining paper in the drawer where I keep my shirts?
Oh, that's a bit of a teaser, Felix. Hang on a moment. Good Lord. Someone's used old wallpaper. Regency stripe, gold on white.
We don't have time for any more questions.
Who are you?
I am known as Steele.
Sapphire.
Sapphire and Steel. Are there more of you?
Oh, yes.
Bronze.
Silver.
Lead.
I see. Code names.
We need your help.
Very well. Who shall I be? Platinum? Diamond? Tin?
How about brass?
That will do fine. What do you want me to do?
Find out if Greville could have been in this house in 1930.
Right.
Before you go, you'll need this. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course I can.
Don't speak. Just think.
She has got very pretty eyes.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Good Lord. Greville.
Sir,
What are you doing?
I found these wires leading from the fuse box. I thought it looked rather dangerous.
Do you recognize it?
Huh?
The wire. Do you keep any more like it in the house?
No, sir. I thought it looked the sort of thing Mr. McD might have in his laboratory.
Who could have done such a terrible thing?
Oh, indeed.
I mean, any one of us might have opened that door. Anybody.
I think not. I think
What?
it was meant only for your wife.
Show me where it goes.
The fuse box is under the back stairs.
You certainly know this house like the back of your hand, Greville. Have you lived here long?
He hasn't the ability to handle communication.
I only gave him the first level. Anyway, what makes you think he can help us?
He can't. I was just getting him out of the way and take his mind off it. It'll come as a surprise.
How very considerate of you.
And speaking of death, isn't it about time we found out about George McD?
He died on the 22nd.
Yes, well, it's 25 to 12 now.
Mulreen has an office through that door in the living room. George McD was a very eminent scientist. He died young. His death would have been reported in the newspapers. There'll be a record in the office.
Yes, but that's in 1980. You could never do it.
Not yet.
Well, there it is. But how do we open it? It has no lock, no handle, remember? How does Mulreen open it?
Electronically. He generates a signal.
What frequency?
30 kilohertz. Higher.
Ah, Virginia is our fourth. 2 clubs or forcing to.
Culbertson.
That's my girl.
I always play one club.
Smashing.
Good, you'll be playing with me. Arthur always plays with Greville.
He's a natural. I taught him everything he knows.
Good evening.
Oh, how did you get in here?
Through the door.
But you can't. I mean, it isn't working. You're not a ghost, are you?
Ghost?
Well, there was... I'm sorry. Can I help you?
No, thank you. I can manage. Excuse me. What operates the door?
Now, just for a moment. I don't care if you are one of Lord Mulreen's guests. You just can't walk in.
You're looking very tired, Felicity, dear. Don't you think you ought to go to bed?
Let me finish my cocoa first. I don't know how you can drink it so hot.
You could take it up with you.
Don't be in such a hurry, Emma. Arthur will play cards all night, and I never know when George comes to bed. We can sleep late in the morning.
Oh, very well. If that's the way you feel about it. But remember, 1 minute's sleep before midnight
All right,
is
Emma.
worth 1 hour after.
If it means so much to you.
Oh, careful. You're spilling it.
No trumps.
No bed.
Ah, there you are, Miles. Thought we'd lost you. No bid, partner.
Could you help me a moment, please, Virginia?
Darling, not now. I'm busy. We are vulnerable, aren't we?
Yes, madam.
And 30 below the line.
30 below. What time do you make it, Felix?
11:15.
Sapphire.
4 diamonds.
Double.
4 diamonds, partner. Interesting.
Sapphire. Sapphire, answer me.
Brass here. Where were you?
I've been back into the future.
What?
What?
Felix?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry.
I was in Mulreen's office.
You were away for almost 2 hours.
Felix?
4 no trumps. It is playing about with time, isn't it?
That's not all it's playing about with. No bed.
What do you mean?
5 spades.
It's playing about with us, too.
Like some dreadful game.
No bid, damn it.
Yes, it's a mischievous force.
5 no trumps. One with a warped sense of humour.
Sorry, sir, no bed.
6 hearts.
Double.
It's not a joke, I'm afraid.
No?
A contest of wits.
What? Yes, it certainly is. Come on, old man, let us off the hook. What's it going to be?
7 diamonds.
No bed.
Pass.
Double.
Redouble.
What? Gravel?
Content?
Content. Spades. Hearts. Diamonds and...
Oh, no.
a club.
Thank you, partner.
Why didn't you answer me?
We bid 7 diamonds.
What of it?
What do you want me to do?
I need some feminine guile.
You don't play bridge, do you?
I'm sorry, this is a private office.
I've come to apologize for my husband. Darling.
Sorry.
Lord Mulreen has been very generous with the champagne. He's such a wonderful host.
Yes, he is, isn't he? Does he know you're in here?
That's a lovely blouse.
What? Oh, thank you. You see...
Where did you get it?
Oh, locally, nowhere very chic.
Goodness, you are clever. I wish I could find things like that.
How very sweet of you.
We need you to help us settle an argument. Now, it has nothing to do with Lord Mulreen's private or financial affairs. It's about something that happened a long time ago.
Well, what is it you want to know exactly?
A report or a newspaper cutting concerning the death of George McD. I understand it was a tragedy.
Oh, yes, it was.
He was Lord Mulreen's partner, wasn't he?
Yes, but he's been out of the picture for a long time now, since the early 30s.
Was it June the 22nd, 1930? You see, it's the exact date that we're arguing about. Oh. Would you have a record of it somewhere?
Well, all our files are computerized now.
Oh, so it could be programmed into the computer.
It is possible.
Oh, could you look for us?
Look, I really would like to help you, but I just can't. I have very specific instructions. Why don't you ask Lord Mulreen to come in
Oh,
here
what a good idea. Come along, Miles. We'll be back.
All right, goodbye.
Oh, would you mind?
There's a handle on this side.
Oh. Bye-bye.
The bitch.
George McDee's body was found in the ashes.
Who else was there? Was anyone else injured?
He didn't say.
Where did the fire start?
Apparently, it completely destroyed the library.
700 for the rubber, 1,500 for Grand Slam, redouble. 100 honours and 50 for the insult. Pound 100, I think.
£100? All right, Greville, I'll take care of it.
That will be £31.
£31?
Thank you very much, sir. Shall I take...
No, leave it till the morning.
Very good, sir.
£31.
Say you're tired and go to bed.
Oh, I'm so tired. I'll go to bed.
Take Maureen with you.
What about you, Arthur?
Yes. Didn't realise it was so late.
What do you want me to do?
Get the details of McDee's death.
How about a nightcap, Arthur?
Yes, a very good idea. Thank you.
A fire?
Yes, but where?
Arthur, if you're thinking of investing that sort of money, why don't you put it to the shareholders?
What, Emma and Felicity?
Emma and Felicity, of
What do
course.
they know? They said I was mad when I took George on as a partner.
George McDee.
Yes. You've got the ideas, you've got the capital. What do you need him for? Little did they know.
Wasn't George... George is a very clever fellow, isn't he?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? No, that's strictly between George and me. I'll let you fellas at the bank know when I'm ready to raise capital.
Always kept your cards close to your chest, Arthur. Is his, work dangerous?
Dangerous? Dangerous right off my living room and me standing here.
What exactly has he got in there?
Why don't you see for yourself?
But surely... we can't go in there. He hates to be disturbed while he's working.
Not by me. Come and take a look. Go on, take a look. George?
Good evening.
Get out.
He's from the bank, George.
Not now. Leave.
I'm sorry you've been disturbed. Aren't these cultures?
Get out of here.
You shouldn't have done that, George. He was only asking a civil question.
I've nearly solved it.
That temper of yours will give the company a bad name.
It's impossible.
No steel, there's no doubt about it.
There never was a fire
There
in
would be
here.
a massive carbon residue. There is none.
But the computer clearly
This room has
indicated
never
the whole
been
room was
all the
destroyed.
materials
Not
used
now,
in the
Felix.
construction are
You mean there's not even a
pre-1950.
trace?
There's a trace as there used to be a fireplace over there, and it... Steel.
Где? nhanh lên chút, đưa vào cái bún sâu vào tí nữa. Rồi, làm nó đi, tiếp đi, lấy ra. Nhưng mà cái này nó bẩn quá hả?
Thấy bẩn à?
Ủa, sao cái này bẩn vậy?
Không biết, bỏ trong mắt mà.
Cái này là bẩn từ nguyên liệu à? Bẩn từ bên trong hả?
Bẩn với cái ít nồi đen. Nên chưa bây giờ là đổ vào cần cái thớt lên, gạt nó vào cái.
Nhưng mà cái này bẩn lắm. Em để nước khoát lên rồi anh bỏ xong ấy, em muốn luôn em lấy ra luôn để cho nó mạch được. Có tay phải xem. Cứng đấy. Từ từ. Đúng không? Đây là, đây là. Đi. Nhắc lên nào.
Đó là mình bún mà, đó làm gì?